Hello and welcome to Tarot by the Moon. It's Tasha. Hello everyone. So happy to be you. Thank you for joining me again. Thank you once again for all your beautiful support and all your beautiful energy. Really happy to be here today, feeling really peaceful. The moon is actually in a waxing crescent at the moment, so it's getting bigger. It's all about overcoming any obstacles to the intentions we've been setting out recently, okay? The sun's still in Libra, so we're still looking for balance. Now, I think I've explained it before, the sun stays in each sign for 28 days and the moon changes every 2.5 days. So we're all about, we're focusing on the moon. So we're still in this Libra season, so we're still looking for balance and all of that. That still applies. But the moon at the minute is in Sagittarius. Love it. Waxing crescent in Sagittarius. I think my reading fell on the same day last month, actually, a waxing crescent Sagittarius. But of course, it's never quite the same twice. So it's a very playful energy. Oh, that's what I was going to mention, and I haven't brought. Hang on, 1 minute, my peeps. So, I had a little meditate this morning and whatnot, and first of all, this week has been a lot of activity in the crown chakra. I mean, a lot, okay? Continuing with the throat and all of that, as always, just constantly. But the crown, and I feel like a lot of people have been saying that as well. You may have had like a mild little headache around the top of your head. A lot of energy coming in there. The veil is very thin at this time of the year, as we know, and everything as well. That has a bearing on it, I feel. And it's like, this week, I was warned last week that if you're a little bit weird by an astrologer, if you have weird experiences, you're a little bit weird or whatever, look out next week. And boy, they weren't kidding. Seriously, it hasn't stopped, right? There's some things I don't want to really go into too much detail on you, but I'll give you some examples because you may have been experiencing some weird stuff yourself. So, for instance, you may have found yourself playing an album and then the next day found out that somebody that you're linked to has died and that was their favourite album and you were just playing it on the night they were passing. That sort of thing. What else has happened? There's been so many weird things. Just knowing stuff that perhaps, I can't, it's people's stuff, so I can't spit it all out at once and everything, but it's just new stuff. So there's a lot going on in the crown at the minute. There was something else I was going to tell you, so I'm going to move on to this. It'll come to me now, you know what it's like. So this morning I was meditating on so Sagittarius, so it's very playful. It's very adventurous. It wants to get things done. It's very energised. So you might have woke up, feeling a little bit more energised than we have been and everything, and ready to actually overcome any of these obstacles that are coming up. In this phase of the moon, it's about keeping going, keep moving forward towards our happiness and towards our goals, yeah. It's interesting because I drew myself a little Celtic Oracle animal card for a little bit of guidance this morning because I was thinking, well, there's not really much in, because sometimes there's a lot meatier. There's something I'm forgetting to tell you, or maybe I'm not forgetting. Okay. And I thought, well, I'll just ask for a little bit of guidance. I'll take an animal oracle for myself to guide myself before I come into the reading. And it was the otter. Dobran is called there. I think that's Gaelic. And the lesson of the beautiful otters, it's actually about being playful. They actually live equally comfortably on the earth or in the water. They're always busy. They've got a special kind of magic because they're sort of linked with the earth and the water, I feel, as well. They go about everything with utter joy. I mean, this is a creature that will just let life take its course rather than fighting against that tide, okay? Which is something we've been talking about a lot on Tarot by the Moon, and on last when we were talking about flow and everything and staying in the flow instead of fighting. And I thought, what a perfect little Betty to guide us along. And also I heard a lovely story about, this was last week as well, about otter. I think I posted it on Facebook. I think it was a Greenpeace article about otters being seen in the Avon River, I believe it was, for the first time, in a long time or whatever. And that had stuck with me as well, so no surprise. And I remember years ago seeing them in the Taff River in Cardiff and nobody believed me. And it was sort of weird because it was raining. It was in a place that hardly anyone goes to. There was no one about. It was raining really hard, but I decided I'd wanted to be out anyway. So I'd sat on a bench in a quiet part of Butte Park that not many people go into. And I'd sat there in the rain with just a raincoat hood up. And I'd looked, and across the water there were otters. Well, of course, I came back. I told everyone. Nobody believed me. And a year or two later, there was a show on then saying, "Oh, the otters have returned to the Daff and whatever." So they've returned. They've been seen in Somerset as well now. So that's fab. But that's what they're all about. Otters don't. They're always busy. Whether they have to be in the water, whether they have to be in the land, they're adaptable. They're joyful. They go. They just let life come. They don't fight against it. And I feel like I needed to share that with you guys. And it's very Sagittarius as well. It's very much that energy of, well, yeah, it's life, isn't it? It's another day of life, and you might feel like a lot of things are going against you at the minute or whatever. But let's just try and go about it with a bit of joy, because that's what we're meant to be here for. At the end of the day, like I said last week, we're mammals. Look at this little guy. We're meant to be happy. We're meant to be playful, all right, and all of those things. So it's about letting things I feel like it's a little bit about letting things run their course as we're going through this phase of the moon. There's a little bit of that. If anything needs to run its course, it's about just letting it run its course. Just letting it run its course and rising above, okay? Yes, loving that. Loving this little guy. I'm going to leave him there. He's looking at me. Right. Okie dokie. Right, my darlings. As I always say, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. If you haven't hit like already, please hit like. Thank you for sticking with me once again. Thank you for all your beautiful energy. All the light, all the love, and the dark, and everything else in between as well. Here's to you guys, okay? We're rocking it. Don't forget, we're in the season of honouring the dark and the light, so it's all good, whatever's coming up, okay? Gonna go in now, as we always do, here at Tarot by the Moon, and call in the highest vibration of love, and only love, into this reading for ourselves, for the collective, for our beautiful soul tribe, for all of the people that we care about, for everyone. Radical compassion for all. Nothing but love, and the highest expression of love for the planet, for all of the life on the planet, for all of the life that supports us, the plant life, for all of the animals, for all of the wisdom they bring us, and all of the lessons they teach us. At this time of year, I want to say for our ancestors as well, very important, okay. Many celebrations recognising that have already started around the world, so let's start including that for the ancestors who've brought us to where we are today. For all of the life, the interdimensional life, the life we don't even understand, the life that's possibly on other planets and in other realms. All of the life in the universe that we're all a part of, there's nothing but love, only the highest vibration of love, okay? And that's it, my darling. Remember that we are to serve as conduits for divine source message that will aid to guide us all, both collectively and as conscious individuals. Okay, thank you, my darlings. I don't know, I've got a sort of a, I don't know, there's a certain quality to the energy at the minute. The weather's been beautiful as well, even though it's a bit colder here and we do have a lot of rain. It's actually been like late summer. It's been such a golden autumn, and no surprise, and I know I've got witnesses to back this up as well, no surprise that I know we had a terrible winter last year, and it felt like it was never ending. And I kept saying to people, and the summer was really bad, but I kept saying to people, we're going to have a bad summer as well, but we're going to have a magnificent autumn. September and October are going to be the best months. And yeah, that's what's happened. So, put a few jaws on the floor with that, because I have held true to that all year round. Now, let's see what's coming up for my beautiful soul family out there. I'm just going to give these another little shuffle. Let's see what's coming up for us, guys. Now, I only take out the flippers or the folders. There they are. Okay. So that's come up in our area of air. Mental thoughts or processes. Thought processes. Mental states. And let's have one for water, please, Spirit. One for water, one for our emotions or heart. Let's see how our hearts are doing. Let's see how we do. So too many cards. Okay, one's turned over. You guys got to trust my guidance on this. One's turned over. Okay, and the rest there's too many, so I'm going to take the one that's turned over. One for the area of fire, please, Spirit, of passion, creativity, of spark, of joy. One. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, definitely want to be chatting. That was a new one. I couldn't do that again if I tried it on there. Right. Card gymnastics. Okay. And there's our earth. Love it. Okay, so what have we got here today, my loves? Let's see. Okay, we've got an 8 of Pentacles. Loving it. The 8, it's a very abundant number. It's all about the self as well. It's about developing self-love, self-care, self-appreciation, self-respect. And not in a selfish way, obviously. No ego attached to that whatsoever. It's about the realisation that to create that out in the world, yeah, to create a world where we respect each other, etc. Where, you might be, so this is mental states, so you might be sort of feeling a bit trapped in your mental states where it's like, well, people are not respecting me. Nobody's respecting me. I'm hearing this now. Nobody's respecting me. Nobody's showing me any respect, okay? You need to show yourself some respect. You need to show yourself some respect. And you might think, oh, well, what am I doing? No, you really do. You'll figure it out. If you're feeling like that, I mean, I'm not saying, there's always going to be people who's going to disrespect us. There's always going to be that. Because there's always going to be people who are working on their SHIT at various levels, frankly. So, well, that's just the way it is. But this 8 of Pentacles is asking us, please start looking at what you can create for yourself. Please start respecting yourself. There's a mantra on this one about dedication as well. I love that. Dedication. Dedicate yourself to, instead of looking outside yourself for respect, reassurance, and all of those things. 8, it's all within you. It's all already within you. If you can allow that penny to drop, okay, and then dedicate yourself to that energy, you will see huge results in how people around you are responding to you. Huge shifts of energy, okay. Okay, you've got to start believing in yourself is what I'm getting here. Dedicate yourself to that. Dedicate yourself, right, to believing in yourself. Once you've done that, all the other bits of your life are going to come into place and into balance quite easily. I mean, this is quite an abundant number here as well. So it feels like you know abundance is possible. Maybe you've manifested abundance in the past and you know it's possible. Maybe you've never manifested abundance, but you know that it's possible. It's about having all the elements in place as well that you need. Okay. But the way to make that formulate into what you require for your life is to focus on yourself, do the self-work, have self-respect, develop self-love, develop a healthy relationship with yourself, okay? Don't put yourself in situations that are, I mean, as much as you can, because it's not always possible, that's for sure, that's definitely for sure. But being conscious of it at least, being mindful of it at least, okay? And I feel like we are. I feel like we really are, my loves. Okay, we're dedicating ourselves. We're dedicating ourselves to what we believe in, and what we believe in, all right, is ourselves. It's not an outside deity. It's not an outside God. It's not a guru. It's not. It really isn't. It's what's inside of ourselves that's reflected in each one of us and around us, and within nature itself. It's beautiful when you realise that and you start to dedicate yourself to that. And there's no turning back once you've found that kind of energy, I don't think, either. You know, it's it'll take you to another place almost. Certainly another vibration. And when you're in that other vibration, you can create so much better than what you've been experiencing. But if you can stay there, then you're gonna continue to create from that energy. There's a lot coming up there already. I'm going to move on to the Page of Pentacles coming up in our area of water. This is about opportunities. I love the Page of Pentacles. It's a very youthful energy, okay? And I like that because it fits in with the energy of right now. It fits in with our Sagittarius energy. Very youthful, very energetic, feeling playful, feeling like life can be an adventure, and it should be an adventure. It's what it is. It reminds me of that beautiful otter spirit as well. And it's about opportunities. And I mean, an otter is like if you watch a documentary about an otter, they're constantly busy. It's like opportunities just flow constantly, yeah? And this is what I feel like is coming in for us. This is in our area of emotions, okay, of water, of our hearts. I also feel like there's a lot of roses in this image, and I've never really, these cards of mine, I haven't been using them very long, but if you see, there's a lot of these beautiful pink, fleshy, summer aroma. You can almost smell them. You can almost smell the fragrance of them. And I think this is linked to this is romantic as well for somebody. It feels like somebody feels like they've lost an opportunity, a golden opportunity. Like a golden opportunity. Look at this. You know, divine even. Look at this shaft of golden light. This is a divine opportunity for energising yourself, okay? For energising yourself, reviving yourself, feeling fresh again, feeling soft again, feeling sweet again. Some of you may feel like you've missed an opportunity, I feel. But you're aware of that now, okay? And because you're aware of that now, the divine knows. It's picking up that you're aware of that now. There, look at his face. This beam of light coming from his third eye, it seems to me to be saying, you know, well, we're aware that you feel you've messed this up or that up or whatever, or lost or done an opportunity. And because you're aware of it, and just for that fact alone, that you've recognised that fact alone, is what's going to bring a second chance, is what's going to bring another opportunity that's just as beneficial for you around. And not just beneficial for you, and this is something I want to say about the Eight of Pentacles as well. It sounds like we're being selfish. Oh, let's do the self-care, let's do the self-respect. Do you know what? That is, and again, this is a fantastic opportunity for yourself. Well, yeah, but by having that, by sorting that out in our own lives, by us sorting that out on the microcosm, we will sort it out on the macrocosm for everyone, okay? We will be in a stronger position to help other people and hold a light for other people. It's what I always say, and I think I've said it to you guys here, you know, you can't manifest or do so-called magic you can only do it from where you are and your energy, all right? So it's really important. It's more important than you think, you know. Giving and 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 giving until you just, you know, steamrollered like a bruised peach that a steamroller has gone over. That's not healthy. That's not spiritual. That's not healing the world. That's not helping people around you. It's really truly not. This is what we got to get in order first. Then we get these fantastic opportunities, and we start to feel a freshness in our energy. So don't be feeling hopeless. I want to say hopeless. Don't be feeling hopeless if you feel like you've lost out on an opportunity and the things have got that tough and you've lost out and that's it. The fact that you realise that is connecting you again with your higher self, and that's all it takes, all right? That's how we're rebuilding those synapses. That's how we're reconnecting that connection with the divine. It's by just realising, oh, yeah. So you know that opportunity may well come around again, or you know that just as good a one will. And if it doesn't, do you know what? You're still going to be okay, because you're going to have worked on yourself so much by then. You're going to be able to master your life and draw in what you need in any case. So let go of the fear, let go of the anxiety, let go of the torturing yourself, all right? Because it's not getting anything anywhere. Let's be joyful. I feel like this is a really nice energy. Let's stay in touch with that inner child, okay? Let's follow that inner child of ours. Let's heal that inner child of ours. I want to talk about this more here. Okay. Get an earthy energy from this card. I mean, it is a pentacle, so that's fairly obvious. And it, you know, it's about opportunities for personal growth, the mantra on there as well. So it sort of feels like, you know, you go round and round in a spiral at the end of the day. It's a spiral. So you might think, oh, I've done all of this before. I've heard all of this before. And every time that I sort of sort myself out and get myself back to where I think I need to be and life starts to flow again, people are bad to me, or shit just happens, do you know what I mean? Or everything goes up, yeah? We all feel like that. And it does happen, no doubt about it. But it's good to remember it's on a spiral. So you may feel like, oh, I've already been around that once. Yeah, and that's life. Everything's on a spiral. And now you've got to go around it again. And every time you go around it, look what happens on a spiral. It expands. It expands your soul. So yeah, while you're on an up, the thing is, it doesn't stay up. Life comes back down. You learn all these lessons. You have to let all this stuff go again. And then you back up. But look, every time that spiral expands. And that's how it is with the human soul. I can't think of a better way to put it than that, really, as I understand it. So we need to sort of let go of feeling like, oh, well, this happens to me all the time. Every time I sort my life out, all this stuff comes at me, or everything goes wrong. It's meant to change. It's not meant to stay fixed in one spot. It's meant to change. You're meant to learn. You're meant to keep expanding. You're meant to keep going around. And life, I just feel like I'm going around and around. Well, yeah, you are. But realise why. Realise what is going on. Realise what the cause and effect of all of that is, okay? And start to enjoy it. It's all right. It really is. Start to enjoy it. I mean, you know, I've got to be honest with you, I've had a lot, like last week I said to you I had bad news. I've had even more bad news this week. It hasn't stopped, to be honest with you. But we got to realise that it's all part of the spiral. and that every day, you know, I'm so lucky to be you. I'm so lucky to be you having this human experience. I'm so lucky to be able to share my energy with you beautiful people. Every single one of you. I'm so loving learning and growing with you all. It's been a fabulous journey so far. I feel really humble. I feel quite emotional today. I can't thank you all enough. I hope you're all sticking with me on this journey. I really welcome all of your comments and feedback and things like that as well, and all of your experiences of how you're growing and how you're learning and what your insights are too. You know, it's as much of a learning experience for me as it is for anyone else. I want to say that, and just all stay humble. And remember, it's, you know, we're a round table here. It's not yeah, I know. I just feel like I needed to say that. I feel emotional. If somebody's watching this, they're feeling really emotional, like close to tears, but like kind of beautiful tears as well, I want to say. But just let them come up, whatever that is, my love. Let them come up. Feel my love. Feel my love supporting you. Okay? Feel your own divine source supporting you. Feel how divine you are. Feel how part of nature you are, and how divine that is. And look at the cycles that go on there, and understand that we're going through a cycle, okay? And it's all wonderful. I love the Six of Cups. I've been excited to talk about this since I saw it flip out. Six of Cups in fire. Fire is the area where we're getting things done from, as we know. Yeah, it's about our creativity, our passion, our spark, our drive, and all of that, okay? Six of Cups is very much a card of nostalgia, romance. That's the kind of romance that you may have been old friends, childhood sweethearts, even you may have had a thing with somebody, and you know, you've always kept those memories. It's something special about it. It's also the card of past life connections. So if you feel as somebody's been on your mind, or somebody's come back into your life, we're still, you know, the retrograde thing, people are coming, you know, back into each other's lives and all of this. If you've ever felt like, oh, that connection, somebody's got in touch with you, and that connection is actually quite a special connection, perhaps only now you're realising how special it is. Six of Cups would confirm that, okay? Six of Cups would say there are a lot of treasured memories there. This is an energy of two people who treasure each other. Never mind what life brings. Never mind how far away you go from each other, how long you don't see each other for, what happens in between. It's a pure love. I want to say it's the pure, when Six of Cups represents the purest kind of love, almost like a childlike kind of love. It's completely unconditional. It's completely pure, no matter what. All right. How wonderful and how lucky to have that in our lives. How amazing. It's about honouring those connections with people that we have special memories with. Maybe they're friendships, maybe it's more than friends, you know, it could be anything, but it's special connections. It does, you know, if it does have a romantic overtone to it for sure, this card, and, you know, many readers will interpret it as a childhood sweetheart, a past love, somebody you've never quite got over, a twin flame, you know, or... So some of us here might have been experiencing a little bit of that, okay, since I've seen you last, and it sparked our passion back up. It sparked our it's lit the boiler, you know. It's gone, oh yeah, I remember this energy. I remember how I feel around this energy. It feels safe. I want to say it feels pure. It feels like treasure. It feels like treasure, and it feels like something that is asking to be honoured within yourself. It's very mysterious. I feel like I'm almost... Funny I should say it's very mysterious, because I didn't even really pay attention to what came out there. But the moon has come out in the area of Earth. Very mysterious. I've got to say, I love it when the moon pops out, because it is tarot by the moon. At the end of the day, I always take that as a right little gesture from the universe. It's about developing our intuition. It's about something trying to surface. Maybe this is deep feelings. Very emotional card, the moon. Water again. So it's all about our emotions. It's all about things that we may be hiding, burying, or that might be being hidden or buried from us. That could be for any number of reasons. I'm not sensing anything particularly sinister here, or any betrayals, or there's no sign of anything like that here. This is more about somebody burying their feelings because they were not ready to deal with them. Somebody burying their feelings because they weren't in the right place to express them at the time, and so they chose not to. And the trouble is, you might have buried them for a very long time, but they're still there, and you might have pretended that they're not there, okay? But they are still there, and I feel that's linked to that. It's just got to be linked to that, because that Six of Cups is bringing back old love, okay? Old memories, old romances, friendships that were a little bit more, that kind of thing. It's surfacing. It's starting to surface. It's starting to be recognised, okay? It's not quite there yet. It's not quite yet. Maybe one party's sort of recognised it more than the other party's recognised it. Maybe it's just very, very painful. Maybe somebody's been stuck in this negative situation where they feel like they've missed out on opportunities, and they've still got some work to do on themselves, the Eight of Pentacles, and they've still got to cultivate some self-love and self-respect before they're able to surface these feelings, okay? I'm glad we're talking about it today in a Sagittarius energy, because that does feel really emotional and personal and things like that. I've gone all cold there. Can you see my hair standing up? Yes, what was I saying then? Yeah, it is. It's very personal for somebody. I feel like there's a sense of almost grief attached to it. So say, I'm glad we're doing it today in the waxing Sagittarius energy, because the Sagittarius joyful energy is helping us to sort of manage that. Let's not stay in that energy. Let's just allow it to surface. If there's something within yourself that you've been repressing that needs to come up, let's just allow it to come up, okay? It's never as bad as you think it's going to be either, I want to say. We tend to procrastinate. We tend to sort of get in our heads about things instead of just naturally allowing it to come up. And what did we talk about last week? If you don't allow the truth to come out your heart, then you block yourself off to the divine, because you block your energy from your heart to your throat to your third eye. Well, you're going to be limited the manifesting and the healing you can do if you're not allowing that to come up, okay? And again, I want to say, don't force it. Don't now scourge yourself because you know what that is and you haven't dealt with it or whatever. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Take it easy, right? Drink more water. Learn to breathe properly. Keep trying. And just allow it to come up. So when you feel like, I know all this drama is, I know what it is, I know what all of these memories are, I know what this missed opportunity is, or this opportunity you'd like to have, allow it. It won't be as bad as you think. I'm not saying it's going to be pleasant. It depends on what that is, but just allow it to come up. If you fight it and keep pushing it down, it's just going to be more and more painful. So just perfect time to do it now with the moon waxing, okay, because that's what it's about. The waxing moon, the crescent, how that's growing, it's all about overcoming your obstacles, all right? Yeah, for sure, deep-seated feelings that have been buried, okay? Perhaps there's memories there you don't want to look at because it's a bit attached to grief. Maybe there's memories there that are you don't want to look at because you felt like you threw an opportunity away or wasted an opportunity. Maybe there's feelings there that you don't want to deal with because you know it's going to mean things are going to have to change once you've dealt with that. Okay? But that's what this moon is all about, and that's what this phase of the moon is all about. We have to do that. So before the moon gets this big, right, before we see the full moon again, which is, next week, a week from now, yeah, 2 weeks from now, around about 2 weeks from now, I believe, yeah, because we're in a waxing crescent now. So we've got around about 2 weeks, all right, to actually look after yourself, stop beating yourself up, and just allow whatever this is that's trying to come up. Allow it. It's fine, whatever it is. If it's consequences of past actions that you did that you're not proud of, consequences of past choices we've made that we wish we'd made different or whatever, that's okay as well. The thing is, you've got to forgive yourself for that. You've got to let yourself free from that, because that was a different version of you that was living in a different time, that was doing what you had to do to get through that time. Okay, and that's not making excuses for yourself. That is what it is. Can't change none of it. So, yeah, allow it to come up, and you're going to move forward a lot quicker. I'm loving it. It's a very mysterious edge to it, this one. I'm just going to go in and clarify for my beautiful people now. Let's see. No, I'm going here. Okay. Just clarify that Eight of Pentacles. Dedicating ourselves to self-respect. Thank you very much. Hello. Okay. Strength card. Another moon card. Okay. Let's clarify the Six of Cups, please, Spirit. Card. Just bear with me, my loves. Oh. And we got two. That's fine because we needed two. So let's just that. Okay. Lovely. All right. A lot of earth energy here today. A little bit of water. And a little bit of fire, but mostly earthy. Now, we've got strength in the area of air, in our mental thoughts processing. Now, these are Thoth Crowley's tarot, and he calls strength lust. I could do a whole show about just that alone, but we haven't got time for that, okay? Remember a few weeks ago I said to you, interesting fact about the tarot, a lot of them are considered contraband because they have nude images on, and I said that, I don't remember what one I was showing you and explaining to you why some of the images are nude in the tarot, because it represents divinity. And I think in art that applies as well very much. Well, we are divine. But now, Crowley's named this one Lust, and he's actually portrayed the Whore of Babylon here with a many-headed beast, yeah, and all of this. And this is one of the most banned contraband cards that I was talking about. I mean, it don't take a genius to figure out what's going on here, do it? Now, yeah, okay. I'm getting a download, my loves, okay? And I feel like this is personal for somebody, all right? I feel like somebody here has been stuck in quite a toxic, and we talked about sexuality last week as well, weirdly. It's coming through again, all right? I feel like somebody here is been stuck in a bit of a negative situation where their sexual choices are concerned, okay? They really want, I get a feeling that you really want to turn that around, but you feel like it's quite hopeless at the minute. The thing about the Whore of Babylon here as well, as I want to say, is again, it's good and bad in all of it. I mean, strength, you know, it's about choosing between I feel like I want to say between the diabolical and the divine, and I don't know where that's come from. All right, but that's within yourself as well. That's within yourself, because it's all about this 8. It's all about the self. It's all about your self-work, your self-nurture, your self-improvement, your self-respect. Okay, and we're all torn between a devil and an angel at different times, aren't we? And I do feel like very much, I want to say, and I don't want to upset anyone out there who's got any particular religious persuasion or anything like that. Like I always say, a tarot by the moon, okay? It's all the same to me, and all of these deities that we talk about now, that we learn from, are all a part of us. They're not a separate thing. But what I want to say is quite far out for some people, but maybe not for some of you guys who watch this, all right? Or who know me. The Whore of Babylon, really, is the same thing as the Virgin Mary. I know, but it is. It really is, because it's about divine femininity again. It's about, so through the Christian era, we've actually split woman into either, you know, the Virgin Mary or the whore. But these cards were made for taking us into the age of Aquarius and into the new age. And I feel like that's part of what Crowley was getting at here, was... it's all one and the same, you know. You can't do that to women. You can't do that to the divine feminine. It's all the same thing. It's all to be respected. So it's about letting go of shame. It's about finding your inner strength. It's about understanding your divine. Understanding that... you know, all of it and everything in between is divine. I don't believe that this has been like a terror, whatever this is for somebody. There's something I could say here that I don't want to say, to be honest with you, because I don't want to... It's almost too personal what I'm saying here, okay? How can I put this? Okay. You need to take care of yourself, all right? You need to... you don't need to be feeling shame for a start. You just need to be either choosing to let it go or choosing to stay in that energy. That's up to you, okay? If this is resonating for anyone, please get in touch with me and I'll give you a personal reading, this particular bit of the reading, because I realise this has gone a bit weird now. There's something here that's coming up really strongly for me that I really can't say what it is, because it's super personal to somebody in particular. I'm not sure who. I've got a feeling, but I'm not sure who. But if you're listening and you're thinking, she's talking about me, just get in touch, all right? Because I'll give you a personal reading around this if it helps. I'm not here to make anyone feel uncomfortable or anything like that at all whatsoever. Or if you just need a shoulder, you know where I am, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna move on from that energy if you don't mind. Next one coming up, we got another moon. We got the 4th moon, right? Now, love this. Got a lot of... It's got... Oh, I love Anubis. Look at this card. Look at it. Now, very mysterious. Again, coming up in the area of water, of our emotions. Again, see, that moon energy is very, very emotional. Something trying to surface. Something trying to surface. Doesn't that look a little bit like that? Is that... So I've pointed out this pentacle and with the Page of Pentacles and the Shaft of Light, etc. And this is a completely different card. This is a moon card. I mean, yeah, from a different deck. Look, It's the same thing. There's like a pouring down. Look, a pouring down from the divine. Yours coming down from a lunar cycle, from a moon, crescent moon actually. Pouring down. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's almost... it's almost that. If I hold them like that. Hang on. Okay. This is about allowing the moon to work with you now, okay? Whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling this is. And if you're not feeling that, for the rest of us, okay, if we're just feeling like we need to be working on our self-respect, our self-care and things like that, this is about allowing, this is what this channel's about. It's about helping us to learn how we can work with that moon energy. So let's overcome those obstacles, okay? Let's work with the moon. Let's allow that moonlight, that beautiful lunar energy. I mean, they talk about getting enough sunlight, but we don't talk about getting enough moonlight and enough starlight, because there's too much light pollution in most places anyway. But literally, I feel like it's just as important and just as magical and just as life-giving, in ways that we don't appreciate, but that we're learning to. I feel like this is allowing this to be washed away with this moon energy. Okay. Overcome those obstacles, whether that's just facing up to whatever these demons are you're facing up to within yourself. Just allowing it to come up, my loves, alright? Allowing it to come up. Allowing it to come up and reveal to us the opportunities that are there for us, because there are. I'm looking at this now and there's nothing but opportunity here. There's opportunity for growth. There's keys to doors that'll open for you. There's the scarab beetle at the bottom there, very, very small. So much detail on these cards. The Egyptians actually believed it. I don't think they actually believed it. Actually, that's not what I think. Actually, and I don't think it's true either. But many people believe that. But you know what I'm saying about the Kephara, the beetle, the dung beetle turning over the ball. Yeah. Gathering all the moon energy in this card. So think of that little beetle that gathers that dung ball together, but think of ourselves as the beetle and think of the moon energy as the dung ball, okay? That's what I want to say. Oh, goodness. Because that's what's going on. That's what's definitely going on. I mean, in the picture speaks 1,000 words arena there. Okay, and you've got Anubis there with a key. With a key for, another life. The afterlife. But this is for another life. This is for a new start for us, okay? This is long dark night of the soul stuff. And Anubis is there to guide us along. That long dark night of the soul. And when we get to the other side, alright, of that long dark night, he's holding a key. He's holding an ankh there, which will reveal to us a whole new life, a whole new chapter, a whole new us, a whole new cycle of the spiral of going back up. Okay, my darlings. It's a very mysterious, deep read. I'm going to go on to this one. We're in the area of fire. Thank you for sticking with me, because I do realise that this one is a little bit special. Okay. Very esoteric. Art. This is one of those extra Crowley cards that we love so much. I love this one. Have a good look at that. It always makes me think of Libra, this one, actually. Yeah, it's very Libra. It's very Temperance, isn't it? I think it is. It's kind of take on Temperance there. It's about balancing. It's about blending. It's about blending perhaps seemingly opposite qualities together. It's come up in the area of fire. It's come up to clarify that beautiful Six of Cups, which is gorgeous. So it's about blending something together. Now I feel like it's come up to clarify Six of Cups. And it's fantastic, because I feel like this is very Libra energy and we're still in that Libra season. So it's about finding balance. It's about blending things. So is it balanced, the flavours balance, the recipe balances. It's about using skill. It's about making everything, everything we do is our art at the end of the day. And And I feel like relating to clarify that Six of Cups, it's like, you know, well, look, you've got 3 cups on one side and 3 cups on the other. This has just come to me right now. I was going to say something else, but now this is there. There's 3 cups on this side and there's 3 cups on this side. You know, do you blend that one first and that one first, or do you blend that one first? I don't know, but that's what it's about. I feel like it's about finding out. I feel like it's about finding out what needs to be blended and how. So this link that you've got with this past person, these past memories, this twin flame, past life, old flame connection, whatever it is that's coming back up for you to have another look at in your life, okay? Wherever that is that's popped back into your life there, is sparking up your passions. And I don't mean that it's sparking your passion for life, it's sparking your passion for change, you know. It's giving you the will, I want to say, you know. 2 beautiful crescent moons in there I've not noticed before as well. Now, so this is a new crescent, this is an old, so we're in that one, and then by the time we get round to that one, yeah, that's what I'm seeing, that's what I'm getting. So it's about learning which bits of this past experience are real, are worth holding on to, are serving your higher good, are serving the higher good for everyone else. Which bits are not, all right? Looking at what you've got on the table now, where as far as this connection's concerned, having a look what is exactly on the table now, right now. Because at the end of the day, this might have been a thing in the past or whatever, but is it now? I feel like because I've just been shown these 2 crescents, it's all been shown to me that it's like, so between now and the waning, so we've got this week, we've got then the full moon, we've got waxing gibbous, then we've got full, then we've got a waning gibbous, then we'll have a waning crescent. So that's in about 6 weeks' time. So it's just showing me, it's funny enough, that is a 6 as well. There you go. And 6 is a number of love. 6 has love attached to it. So, I feel like we've got about 6 weeks to figure this out, is what it's showing us. There's an opportunity here of about 6 weeks for us to figure that out. How are we blending that together? How are we balancing that? How are we balancing what's happened in the past and those beautiful memories of the past, and grounding it in the reality of now? Because of course the past is gone, so what's the reality of now? And of course that'll help us to manifest what we want to bring into the future, and that's what this beautiful figure on this card is doing. She's blending it all together to bring into manifestation something that she truly desires, something that's truly beneficial. And she's got these 6 cups to work with all sorts of delicious and wonderful memories in them, and some delicious and wonderful energy. Obviously, if she just boshes them all in, just bosh it all in. So I feel like this is warning somebody to sort of like, yeah, you're right, something's surfacing, you're realising there's something surfacing, you're realising this is an opportunity for you to grow, okay, for you to grow and get back in contact with your beautiful spirit. You're sorting it all out, you're sorting all of this out, okay. But if you were so it's really exciting, actually. It's like, somebody's having a realisation perhaps about a twin soul or a past relationship or something like that, okay? It's like a penny's dropping. But if you were to go, I get it now, I realise it now, I know what all this stuff happened in the past was, I know what that connection was, and I know what I want to do, I know what I want to manifest. But if she was to just chuck it all in together, she'd probably create an explosion or something. But she's not, she's doing it skillfully. That's why Crowley's called this card art. She's doing it skillfully. She's using skill and artistry. All right. She's blending perhaps a little drop in, a little drop of that in, a little stir, a little simmer. Leave it simmer. Leave it alone. Then come back and taste it, and then add some more. Yeah. And then you're going to get this beautiful blend. Then you're going to manifest this beautiful blend And I feel like this is about a second chance, because I'd already said a second chance over here. Didn't I say that earlier on? This is about a second chance for somebody. Okay? It's not just an opportunity for growth. It's a second chance at like a true soul connection. Alright? But you've got to go about it very stealthily. Okay? Very artistically. Very creatively. You know, I'm loving that. I'm loving that combo. I've never seen that insight with those combo of cards before, but it's beautiful and it's there. It's so clear. Coming up in the area of Earth, where we are manifesting what is going on in the physical. Okay, to clarify the moon, which is a little very unearthly, if anything is. We got one of the most earthy cards we could have. So, you know, the moon came up in the area of Earth, and it's like, what's one of the least earthy cards you can have? It's the moon, for goodness sake. And then I've gone, give me some clarity, and Spirit has given me. Now, didn't the devil come up in the last reading too? He did. And it was the Celtic devil that came up, that one. This is Crowley's devil. Now, okay, again, this is linked with this as well. Somebody who is in such a toxic situation, I want to say. This is a completely different energy. The whole dynamic of this reading is completely different to the devil energy that we read in the last one as well. I feel like somebody here has actually sort of allowed themselves to become trapped in a very negative situation, a very toxic situation. And the worst part is that you know you've allowed it. The worst part is that you've actually put that chain around your own neck there, you know, or wherever. I want to say you can free yourself. It's not a permanent thing. It can feel obsessive. It can feel addictive. It can feel all of those things. But when you take all of those sort of feelings away, what you're going to come out with, if you look in the centre there, isn't that very similar to the caragus? I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? The medicine symbol, the staff with the snake and the wings. Now, yeah, it's Egyptian looking, but it's very, very similar. It's the same thing. There is healing here, okay? There's lessons that you've learned here while you've remained in this bondage, while you've remained in this negative station, while you've remained downtrodden by somebody's negative energy, I want to say there. Because you're literally under a devil's foot, man. You're literally under that devil's foot. And that's quite, it feels oppressive, it feels quite difficult to break away from, but you can break away from it, is the lesson of this card. And when you do break away from it, massive healing, okay? The standard for healing there, the standard for that spiral, what I talked to you about at the beginning, that expansion, coming through this, freeing yourself from that, okay? Oh my goodness, the expansion in your soul for the lessons, the wisdom, the healing that you'll be able to bring to other people as well as to yourself. It'll be phenomenal. It'll be well worth the effort. And again, I think I brought it up earlier on as well, it's coming through strong in this reading. It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. While you're under that foot, hard to feel like that, but deep down inside, I think you do know it. Deep down inside, I feel like you know it, because you're in touch with that 8. You're in touch with yourself. You're in touch with your divine self. You're in touch with your higher self. You know, you're feeling that upliftment from the divine. You're feeling that there are opportunities, and there's all of this is just opportunities for growth, whatever it is that you've been going through. Okay, it's not about thinking, why is this happening to me? It's about thinking, what can I learn from this? Okay, so this is happening, so now, you know, what am I meant to be learning about it? What am I meant to be learning about myself through these experiences? Once you've figured that out, It's a whole lot easier to slide yourself out of these sorts of situations. All right. I'm feeling this for somebody very strongly. It's giving me a little bit of a headache, to be honest with you. I'm probably worrying about it a bit too much. It's my nature. Let me just try and breathe a little minute. Let's do a lesson in breath work. Let's breathe with me, my loves. Okay. So when you breathe in, okay, when you expand, breathe in, fill your belly up with as much air as possible. Put your hands on your belly, just loosely, okay. Hold for about 4 seconds. Breathe out through your mouth. In through the nose, fill up the belly, hold. Out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, hold. Exhale. That's better. Okay. I'm going to ask for a couple of clarifiers, my lovelies. Whatever it is, oh, there we are, straight away. 7 of Swords. Okay. I'm going to ask for a few more because that's... and here they are. Okay. A peculiar one. Okay. Fine. All right. Thank you. And I've gone freezing down one side of my arm there again for my loves, and I'm just thanking Spirit, okay, for all they do for us and all they show us and all how they help us to grow and learn, okay. We are Spirit, don't forget that. Each one of us is Spirit and is part of Spirit. We are Spirit, having a fleshed out human experience. Okay, and we're all connected in the divine, we're all connected in Spirit. I've got, what we got here, interesting, 7 of Swords, 3 of Discs, 7 of Rods, 2 sevens. What did I say about, you feel, somebody you're feeling scared to face up to something or to say something or to break a cycle or to break a negative situation. There's a lot of fear attached to it, and I'm feeling that for you guys. But what have I said all the way through about, you know, with these things, they're never as scary as we first think they're going to be. Once we've sort of gone, I've done it, I've said it, it's out there or wherever, you know. It's never as bad, and you know that. We all know that. We all learn that as children. It's just being reminded of it. But these 3 cards have come out to help me to bring this into a bit more focus. And 2 sevens in the tarot, my darlings, signifies feeling scared, feeling fearful, but they're unfounded fears. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Didn't I say that earlier on? You've got nothing to be ashamed of. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Okay? Nothing. Nothing. The only thing you've got to be afraid of is you know, I don't even want to go into that because it's just negative energy and it's just not what's needed here. You may well be feeling like it's futile, like you're at a point where all of your strength, this is the 7 of Swords, where there's just too many things stabbing, it's just too many things coming in from all angles there, look. Right, and they've all got different pommels on the handles of the sword. I think it's called a pommel. To represent that that's all coming from various different sources. It's never ending, right? And you're feeling like, you know, this is futile. I can't, you know, I'm done for. Spirit's coming in here to say with these cards, you're not done for at all, because the next but one that came out was another 7, this time the 7 of Rods. And the 7 of Rods is about smashing through with valour. So if you look at the symbolism of this one, the 7 of Rods, the 7 rods, again, with different heads on to represent different sources of, you know, card shape coming at you, all crossing you, whoosh, 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 all of this crossing at you. But this card is about you having this magic staff here, look, probably an ash wand or something like that traditionally, okay, and smashing, just with sheer valour, straight through all of that, with this rod here, which is your power, which is you sparking up your, because isn't that the Ace of Rods, look at it, isn't that you sparking up your, passion again, and smashing through, so you're feeling that, and that is very much the case. Yeah, and you feel like, well, I've only got one sword against all of this. It's too much. Okay? And in the middle of there, you've got the Three of Discs. The Three of Discs came out the other day for us as well. It's about some kind of energy building. So you're feeling like things are hopeless. You're feeling like it's futile, and you're feeling like there's too much going against you. But Spirit's here to tell you that you're building strength. And you're building strength towards smashing through this situation. Okay? Spirit's here to lend you that strength, is building that strength, is coming. You'll know when the time is right, smashing through it. And that's just out of your sheer soul, that's just out of your sheer valour, that's out of your sheer sense of self-respect, frankly, and self-worth, and wanting to put things right, maybe wanting another opportunity to get things just right with somebody, okay? Got to get things just right with yourself first. God, can't go jumping, from one toxic pot into another. Got to try and get things right with ourselves first. And I don't sit here judging anyone. Please don't think I do. If any of you knew anything that's going on in my life at all, that is very true of myself also. And something that I'm constantly being reminded to work on, being reminded to, like I say, on that spiral. You come around and you go, oh yeah, no, I still need to, okay, and keep going around and keep freeing yourself of this negative situations and keep pushing forward, because the world needs you. The world needs you, the rest of humanity needs you, and you need you. You need you. What did I say about healing the inner child earlier on? Okay, I'm following the inner child. Alright, let your inner child lead you. If your inner child could look at you now and see these situations that you're in, okay, they would lead you out, wouldn't they? They would lead you out. They would still give you that unconditional love that you need to have for yourself, never mind what circumstances you've allowed, give yourself that unconditional love. Alright? Bring yourself back to state of joy. Remember how beautiful Oracle at the beginning. Okay. Let things take their course. Didn't I say right at the beginning, before we even turned the cards over, from my meditation this morning, did I not say to you, my chickalings, that this reading's very much going to be, it came through the otter totem. Didn't I say that this feels like it's very, very much about letting things run their course, whatever that might be. Just allowing it to run its course and allowing whatever needs to come up and surface to come up and surface. Okay, because it's beautiful. There's healing in it. There's so much healing in it. And you're not just healing it for yourself, you're healing it for your ancestors, for your family line, for humanity, for Gaia. When you heal something in yourself, you heal it for everything. We're all a part of the same energy. So hold on tight there, whatever that is, okay, my loves? I'm going to have to draw this to a close. It's flown by. It's been really deep and interesting. It's been quite emotional. I feel like somebody's got very emotional while watching this. Now, I'm always here and you know how to contact me. You can get my email address from the Tarot by the Moon Facebook page if you did want personal reading, but many of you already know how to get in touch with me personally anyway, so just get in touch. And like I say, whoever was feeling all of this earlier on that I didn't really want to, if you think it's going to help you, I'll do you a reading, it's fine, hang in there, because I can see that somebody here is really feeling like this is a hopeless situation and that they're just not going to be able to get through it. But I feel like you're just starting to realise that you are possibly going to get through this. There's an energy building, and as I say, that's bringing you to Valor. That's bringing you to smashing through there. All right, and that's what this is all about. This is our filter for all of this, you know. 2 moons. The moon's our star card today then. 2 sevens also, just remember. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me these things. I'm just... 2 sevens very often stands for true love. It's a very unusual combination in tarot. So, I mean, I did talk about love a lot earlier on, because there's somebody having very fond memories here, or sweet sort of very pure love. And that's come up to, again, the 2 sevens to validate that it is actually very pure and a very true love, whatever that is. Well worth revisiting, but I feel like you need to do a lot of work on yourself before you're able to do that or approach that. But you're certainly looking at it, and you're certainly allowing it to come up. Also, that could be relating to just passions that you love, that's things that you've always loved. And didn't I say about childhood as well? Maybe there's something that, like people, like literally following your bliss. What was the thing that really, well, you know, made you really happy as a child? That's probably got something to do with it as well. If you don't feel like it's to do with love or to do with all this toxic situation or whatever, for the rest of you, if you feel like it's to do with something in your childhood that you really wanted to do, or that you always liked, but you never, you know, life got in the way and whatever, maybe start having a look at that again and having a look how you can bring that back in. All right, because you can. In fact, easier than you think you can, you know. For instance, one of the main reasons why I've decided to go professional with all of this is because I asked myself that question. I asked myself that, and anyone who is a kid now will verify that. You know, what was the thing that made me most happy? I don't know. I used to say to my best friend, and she watches. She knows who she is. She watches this when we were kids, and mysteries. The mysteries, I used to call it. Anything weird going on or anything like that, I used to call it the mysteries. And we used to just talk to each other about the mysteries. And it still is the most fascinating and most exciting thing, you know, as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I've picked up that bliss again. Well, part of it. So just as an example to you guys, like whatever it was, might seem something daft when you were little, or that other people around you would have, you know, put down or whatever. It doesn't matter, because if you think about it now and you still feel that joy, then that's where you need to be moving towards. Whatever it is, whatever you saw yourself being, you could see yourself as being like, I don't know, the next Elvis. You could have seen yourself as being, who knows? Because, you know, children's minds are not encumbered, are they? It's just what is natural to you. Yeah, the mysteries. So yeah, love you guys so much. I've got your back. I've always got your back. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, please help me to grow this channel. I can only do it with you guys' support, and I know you all give me so much support and love. Please continue. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it has helped somebody. And until the next one, love and light.